From NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a bit. Hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bishop. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Great. Set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
They go play action with Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Titans first down.
the middle they go. It's Sherman. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sherman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hurts. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They begin with a run by Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Wilhelm. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
A loss of 10 yards.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Wilhelm. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DB. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Scoop.
Looking to throw. Wilhelm. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And that is incomplete. The Texans at 4-5, a game under 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
2nd and 10. Now it's Miller running right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 43 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Titans nothing. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Great, set. Anyway, hey.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Chig Okonkwo, 79 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because Right now, he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many days. I don't even care. Get out of my way. Out of my way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Wilhelm. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down and 8.
19 tight. 9.
Looking to throw. Wilhelm. Oh, fighting off the defender.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Wilhelm. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Let's go now. Take go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Murray.
Complete to number 15. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Still got the stitches. I understand from all your bad bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always striving for attention, and I got the call you wanted, and it's getting
Ready up.
And now on third down. They'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
18, run, 18, run, go.
Looking to throw. Wilhelm. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and goal, Tennessee.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran by the Lux Nessa up the highest.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw. Wilhelm. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
The game at 14. Joshua Carty to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Wilhelm. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second down and goal. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On a slant, here's Collins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilhelm. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side taken in by Miller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd down and 13.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawks. Rig alert. Tracking 60. Ready.
Back to throw again. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A first down carry now for Miller. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14.
Texans 21, Titans 14. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here. That is incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They're going to look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it's going to be third down and forever.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Up the middle they go. It's Sherman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Hey, let's go. Trim.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
To the right side, complete to Miller. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Titans' 17-yard line.
On the counter, it's Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 8-yard line.
Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go. It's nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Here we go. 70 range. 70.
Back to throw. Wilhelm. His pass caught at the 4. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down, brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Pushes him over. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability to... And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Great, set.
They go play action with Hurts. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's got it. And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Hurts will throw.
That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Let's go.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing his Hurts.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Throwing to start the drive. Wilhelm. He finds his man, complete. It's Silva. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Sherman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Through here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Sherman. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.